Welcome to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things West Indies cricket. By the fans, for the fans.
Kimar Roach, and I listen to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. This Kimar.
Indeed, you are. You're listening to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. People, it's mad. What a mad start to this. I lost something. I had to go try and find it. I'm here now. I finally got everything I needed. Chaos. So I've tuned in with 3 balls gone. Guyana are 6 without loss. We're here, people. I'm slowly getting into it. Guyana are 6 without loss after 3 balls. Mohamed Amir obviously has taken the new ball for Jamaica. Bit of swing there outside the off stump. Hemraj plays inside the line. Chaotic start to this one. Desk is a mess. I've got everything everywhere. I'll tell you the teams in a minute. For those who don't know the teams. Still trying to sort everything out. Late start. We're in Twitter jail, people. Twitter have locked down the Caribbean Cricket Podcast account. It's crisis stations for us. No way of communicating with people. It's been a Facebook thing to communicate this live. We only got Instagram and Facebook. Some bad mind person reported us to Twitter. We're locked out. I'm coming to the comments soon, people. Let me just tell you the team. So, Guyana. Hope, Hemraj, Gurbaz comes in. Remember, Shamsi and Klaassen have gone to play for South Africa. Hetmeyer, Shakib Al Hassan, he's the other guy who replaced. So, Gurbaz and Shakib for Shamsi and Henrik Klaassen. So, I'll say that again. Hope, Hemraj, Gurbaz, Hetmeyer, Shakib, Romario Shepherd, Oldine Smith, Kemo Paul, Junior Sinclair, Imran Tahir, and Gudakesh Moti. Oh, outside edge for Hemraj. Just beats the leap of Brandon King at second slip. Fielder comes round the boundary, stops. I think they've only gone through for 1. So 7 without loss after the first over. Anyways, the Jamaica side, Kenar Lewis, Brandon King, Kirk McKenzie. McKenzie must have come in as an emerging player because Jamaica probably haven't played enough. Rovman Powell, Mohamed Nabi. Who's Nabi replaced? Oh, Lamashane. Raymond Reefer, Fabian Allen, Imad Wazim, Chris Green, Miguel Pretorius, Mohamed Amir. So that is the Jamaica side. I'll write those on the screen in a minute and keep those there. I still haven't come to any of you in the comments. We'll get to it soon. We're on the road to 4K, people. Follow Caribbean Cricket Podcast at Carib Cricket, Twitter and Instagram. Our Twitter account is in Twitter jail, but you can still go follow us. Like, share, subscribe. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers. At the time of starting this live, we are currently on. Let me go and check. We're currently on. I might go and watch the AEW show, you know. Right, at the time of starting this live, we are on 3,174 subscribers. Let's aim for 3,200 at the bare minimum by the time this live is done. So we're aiming for 3,200 people. Anyways, who has taken the new ball with Mohamed Amir? It is Chris Green. Sorry, you lot still waiting for me in the comments. Soon come, soon come, soon come. Soon come, people. Let me set this up. Let me set up my stuff. Chaotic start to today's live. Chaos. Let me get this right. So Guyana, Amazon Warriors are 8 without loss after 1.1 overs. 18 of you in the live. Couldn't put it on Twitter today. We are in Twitter jail. Streets are cold out here. Free all my guys. Free all my guys in pen. Free them all. Free them up. Free them up Twitter. Free the Carib Cricket Podcast Twitter handle. Free my guys. So, by the way, it's Hemraj and Gabaz who are actually opening today. So, no Paul Sterling, no Shea Hope at the top there. Scores on the board now, people. Lovely. Oh, is he taking him? Has he got him? Has he got him? He's gone. He's gone. Chris Green strikes. Gabaz goes for a duck. He's nicked off first ball. Nicked off. The overseas player does not strike. Doesn't make an impact. Chris Green, who rarely takes wickets, it's got to be said for the Tallawahs, strikes. Guyana, crisis stations already in front of their home crowd. You lot can see my Tallawahs shirt right there. We're back in Tallawahs today. Listen, I'm going to keep it 100. It's Tallawahs today. We're on a pure Tallawahs thing. 8 for 1. I'll try and keep it neutral, but we're on the Tallawahs thing. 8 for 1. Gobaz gone for a golden duck. Chris Green strikes. Remember, though, Guyana are playing about 1,000 spinners, so it doesn't really matter what Guyana make here. They're in the game. Anyways, so the Gobaz has gone. Let me change this. Gobaz gone for a duck. Right, let's see what the comments. Let's see who's in the comments. Let's see. Yo says Jamaica are playing 3 spinners. Have we ever had 7 spinners play one game? Yeah, freaks. Well, welcome to Guyana. Have I changed the font? When did I change the font? Anyways, whatever it is, what it is. Shea Hope comes in at number 3. So, as Yo says, we've got Nabi, Green, Wazim on Jamaica side in terms of spinners, and then the Amazon Warriors have Tahir, Shakib, Sinclair, and the Multi. Good point from Yo. With all these spinners, the innings can be bowled quickly, and we can all go bed. True. You know what, Yo? What a point! I'm vibing off that point. Supernova says, rooting for Guyana tonight to keep the CPL table interesting. Yeah, St. Kitts look like they're dead and buried. I mean, they could win their last game and get to, 9 points, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. They're on tenterhooks. If Guyana lose today, then I'm saying Guyana are dead and buried as well. Hope cuts that one through the covers. 4 runs. Eating some potato pudding, yeah. Anyways, gotta have some potato pudding late at night to keep me awake. Sachin says, good night to you, Sachin. Yes, hello, Seamus. Sachin says, free CCP. Yep. Free us up. Free us up. Our Twitter account is in Twitter jail. Free us up. Supernova's going to be in Guyana for the Barbados game and 2 in the playoffs if Guyana make it. Well, let me not comment on that. Fish says Sportsmax ain't showing the game yet. Free CCP all day, every day. Right, so Supernova says, what was the tweet? So I'll quickly tell this story. So 2 days ago, because that's when our account got... So it was on Monday. It was Monday, people. So it's now... Yes, coming up to nearly 3 days ago. So on Monday, I was live tweeting the South Africa T20 auction, right? Every time a West Indian player was bought in the South African auction, I updated our Twitter handle. So like I'd be like, Chemo Paul's gone for 850K. And actually that's part of the story. So when Chemo Paul went, I put Chemo Paul's gone for 850K. And someone sent me a reply saying, make sure you state that it's rand, not pounds or dollars, because people think it's more than it actually is. I said, cool. Every single player who went after that, so Alzari Joseph, for example, went for 2.1 million, I think. So I put Alzari Joseph has gone for 2.1 million K, and then in brackets, I put rand and thought nothing of it, okay? Did that all the way through. Sorry, people. Sorry. This foolishness. So I did that all the way through and all the way up to Dean Smith's. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the tablet. I did that all the way through up to Dean Smith's when Dean Smith was sold. So Dean Smith went for 1.7 million rand. Anyways, cool. Tweeted that. A couple of hours later, I tried to get into the Twitter handle and couldn't get in. It said something about enter your email, and we're going to send you a verification code to let you get back into your account. They sent the verification code. Input verification code. It kept saying try again, not accepted. Try again, not accepted. No matter how many times you tried that, weren't being accepted. I'm looking into it, going, what's going on? Spoke to Santoki. We both can't get into the account. Eventually, after about another 5-6 hours, the next time we tried to get into the account, Twitter showed us a tweet. Oh, sorry, no, I must tell a lie. I've appealed the suspension. Once I appealed the suspension, that's a good shot from Shea Holt. Cuts that through the covers again, 4 runs. I'll come back to the story in a minute, people. Let me update the score in a minute. At the moment, sorry. Okay, I'm updating the score here. 24 of you in the live. We're starting slowly. Probably my fault for being so chaotic at the beginning. Also, I haven't put it on Twitter because I can't get into our Twitter account. So I can't even update on our usual channels to go follow the live. So I'm not expecting a big crowd tonight. Or gets the nick, but Hope is able to dab that. But the man in the boundary comes round. They'll get 2 runs. Well run as well. Worth noting that Kanar Lewis is actually wicket keeping today, not Amir Jangu. Yeah, hard running there by Hope. He was back for the second before Hemraj had barely turned for the first, but you don't know Hemraj isn't a fit guy, so it is what it is. Oh, dropped. Fabian, of all people, drops it. Hope cuts it. Fabian was at cover or point, sorry, and he doesn't hold on to it. If Fabian, Allen, you've got to take that. I'm sorry. Life for Guyana. Maybe Fabian was surprised. Let me see this again. Yeah, he's parried it when it was much. Like, he could have just stood there and took that catch. I think he's almost gone for a spectacular dive. He's parried the. For someone of Fabian's caliber, you've got to take that. I don't think you could. I don't think there's any excuses for that. That counts as a drop. Guyana catch a life there, 20-1. So I'm coming back to the Twitter story in a minute, people, because so much is going on in the game that sorry, people, I'm still waiting up. You know what? This isn't. I'm gonna put the score up. This isn't the actual score because I haven't updated what Hemraj is on. In fact, this is the final ball of the 3rd over, and then I'll come back to my story. No run for Hemraj. So that's the end of the over. Guyana 20-1. As soon as this thing shows me the actual score, waste man. Sorry, people. TV screen's being useless. Right, so Shea Hope is 12 off 7, and Hemraj is 8 off 10. There we go, finally. Right, so back to Supernova in the story. So basically, we appealed. The minute we appealed, that's when Twitter finally showed us what the offending tweet was. So the offending tweet was that Aldine Smith tweet. And basically, what I've been told is that someone, I have to assume part of our, it might not even be a follower, because I can't imagine a follower would be so dunce as to do it. So either it's one of them rogue Indian fans. Sorry if somebody says I'm jumping to assumptions, but I am. Whatever, I'm just going to say it. It's a rogue Indian fan, or it's one of our enemies out to get us. Because what I've been told is that when we tweeted Aldine Smith has gone for 1.7 million rand, Hope comes down the track to Chris Green, straight 6, great shot. Hope's on a mission stay, goes to 18 off 8. Where is this Shea Hope been in the tournament? Maybe it's because I dropped the video today with Jared Kimber, where we were questioning his ability to play good 2020 innings. So, anyways, but this long story that I've not finished telling. Rand in Hindi apparently means whore, right? So somebody has reported us because they've said that when we tweeted that Odean Smith has went to Durban Supergiants or whichever team it was he signed for 1.7 million rand, they've told Twitter that we called him a whore. When we use rand to signify that's the currency in South Africa. He's gone for 1.7 million rand. So believe it or not, people, that's why we're in Twitter jail. That's why we're in Twitter jail. And Twitter has kept us there saying that we're calling cricketers whores. Can you believe it? So when in the appeal to Twitter, I put, read the timeline and see how many times I've mentioned rand and how it's in reference to an auction. Why on earth would you say that we're calling Odean Smith a whore? How does that even make sense? This, of all the things for Twitter to ban someone over and all the madness that you see on Twitter, we got done for that. It's been 3 days and we ain't out of Twitter jail. They said it could take 2 weeks to free us up. So we're just out here, we're just locked up. Free all my guys though. Free all my guys. Life on the wing is hard. Life is tug, but we'll get through it. Anyways, let me get into the comments and see what people are saying. Where are we? So where's the last time I said a comment? So Michael says Barbados are incapable of losing. It was total team performance. I only caught bits and pieces of that game today. I think I watched the St. Kitts response, and Holt comes down the wicket again. One bounce in front of Pretorius, gets away with that one. So this is Chris Green's second over. He's gone 6 wide, 1-1-1, 10 off the over. Great start here from the Amazon Warriors after the early wicket. Yeah, when Evan Lewis got out, I was like, yeah, St. Kitts have lost this. And I had some stuff to do at work, so I stopped watching. Yeah, Supernova, that's a very good point. And I've never got clarity on it. Like, you're supposed to play them a total of 5 times. For Jamaica, I think the emerging players are Joshua James and Kurt McKenzie. I've definitely seen Joshua James a whole bunch of times, so Jamaica haven't violated it. And obviously Guyana have played Junior Sinclair. And that's well cut. Fine cut there between backward point and short third man for another 4. Guyana motoring away here. They're up to 34 for 1. One more ball to go of Chris Green's second over. Sorry, where was I? Yeah, so I don't know the answer to that, Supernova. Fish says they're opening the whole stadium for CPL in January. Was there? They only opened the red stand. Yeah, Guyana have sold out all the Guyana games. Is AEW live in the UK? No, it's on a 2-day delay. So Grand Slam will be shown at 9:00 on Friday night on TV. But if I was going to watch it, given I'll be up until 3:00, if I'm lucky. Oh, he's gone. Yep. Gregory Brathwaite raises the finger. Hemraj goes for the audacious sweep. He's trapped plumb in front. The only way Hemraj can review that is if he thinks it's sliding down leg. But I think that's gone. Green went up immediately. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. He's gone for the review. It's gone for the review. I'm surprised. No, I'm not surprised he's gone for the review. It's the opening batsman go for the review, but that looked plumb. That looked plumb to me. Let me scroll down. I know it's about AEW. I'm well behind in the comments. Let me scroll down and see what people think about that. Morgan says out all day, but still review it. Fish says I'd review that. Yeah, I mean, I always go by what my gut says the first time I see something in real footage. I thought it was out in real footage, but here we go. It's slow-mo now. Let's see what the slow-mo without the Hawkeye. That's pitching in line. Yeah, I think that's plumb. People. When it strikes, it's not even like it's between middle and off. So is Hemraj saying that's going to completely slide down leg? No way. The only thing that can save Hemraj on that is height. And remember the umpire gave it out. So it's going to be out on umpire's call, even if it's clipping. Let's see now. What's it saying? Yeah, gone. Plum. Hemraj is out. Hetmai will have to come to the crease. 34 for 2. Green gets his second wicket. If Chris Green is taking wickets, you better believe the Guyanese spinners are going to take wickets. Yeah, as Morgan says, waste of review. That's what I'm saying, Morgan. The first thing I said as soon as I saw it was, yeah, that's Plum, gone. And the fact that Hope was talking to him for so long, I always go by how long the conversation is between the batters. That tells me that the other batter at the non-strikers end is like, that's out, but let's have a conversation anyway. If you thought it wasn't out, you'd say review that immediately. Waste of a review. But anyways, Guyana 34 for 2. Let me go back up to where people are at in the comments. I was talking about AEW, wasn't I? Fish was talking about it. Yo says, what's better, AEW or WWE? Listen, here's my personal take on it. WWE for me is played out. It's tired. However, obviously with Triple H, some of you like Wise Mash talking about wrestling. You lot don't know I'm a wrestling historian. I'm out here. Since Triple H has obviously taken over WWE, it's got a bit of a fresh look. What's happening with Triple H now? You can't judge WWE on what Triple H is doing right now. You have to judge it a year from now when Triple H is no longer the new guy because Vince has gone. So what he's doing now looks fresh because, well, he's bringing back former guys. So every week you're watching to be like, oh, who's the new guy that's going to come in? Not too dissimilar to where AEW was at a year ago when Tony Khan was always bringing in new people. And you're like, oh my God, who's coming next? Who's coming next? That's excitement in wrestling. No, not knowing who's going to be the next guy to run in. You go back a year ago to the day, which would have been the last time Dynamite was in Arthrash Stadium. Think about it. Who did AEW have on their recent roster? Danielson, Punk, Adam Cole. All of that felt fresh and exciting. I still prefer AEW because I still think it's an all-round better product. I think the wrestling is better. I think some of Tony Khan's booking could be better. But generally speaking, I just prefer it as a product. I think the storylines make more sense than WWE. So there's my... I should probably start a wrestling podcast, but, you know. Oh, they've gone again. Imad Wazim goes up. Ken R. Lewis thought that was out. Are they going to review this? What's Imad saying? They're in conversation with Rodman Powell. It's only Shakib's first ball. Are they going to risk the review? 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Kanar wants it. Rodman goes for it. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it in normal footage. I just looked up. This banana pudding is sweeting me, you know. I'm going to go soon get some ice cream and put it with a slice of this banana pudding. It's sweeting me nicely. Right. Yo says that's out for all money. Fish says that's outside the line. Sean says it's out. I didn't see it in real time. Let me see what this replay says. That's pitching. It's in line with leg stump. I think that's out, people. It's unless you think that's turning down unless you think that's turning down leg. Is it turning? I think that, okay. My gut says that's going straight on. I don't think that's turning. I think that's going straight onto leg stump. And out on umpire's call, possibly. Do you not think that's spinning away? If anything, I think that's spinning in, is it not? Maybe I've got Jamaican bias there. I think it's going straight on. Ken R. Lewis went up immediately and said, that's out. I think it's going straight on. Gone. Yep, it's gone. There was no turn on that. It's gone. 35 for 3. The two newcomers have both gone first ball. Gurbaz, Golden Duck. Shakib, Golden Duck. Imad Wazim strikes. The 3 spinners, 2 spinners, 3 wickets. Remember, though, people, Guyana's whole team is spinners. So as well as the Tallawahs may end up doing here, Guyana could probably defend 10 with their cadre of spinners. But anyways, 4.2 overs gone. Warriors 35 for 3. Hetmeyer's going to have to come in and try rescue this one. Let me update the score here. I saw some of you saying something like Mashnell's Wrestling as well. Listen, people, I've always said to Santoki we could do a wrestling podcast. Both of us study wrestling madly. But yeah, that's me still. Let me just update this. So Shea Hope is still there. The one time Shea Hope comes off and actually looks like he can bat in 2020s, the rest of the guy on the team don't want to help him. Anyways, let me go back up to the comments of where I was at. My iPad is only on 18% energy. You know, it's going to shut down. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to go charge it in a minute. Oh, the original decision was not out to Shakib. I didn't even realize. I was going, no, it's going to be out if it's on umpires. Cool. Right, let me go find these comments. Where was I? Okay. Sachin says the Guyanese people better show out. Free up CCP for real. Yeah, Vish, the grass looks full. Yeah, Santoki messaged me earlier because obviously he did the Barbados St. Kitts game and he was like, Guyana have like the pitches are on usually green in Guyana. Why have we gone against our winning strategy? But now I've seen 3 wickets take spin. 3 wickets forward spin. Although I wouldn't say the ball's turning all that much. Chris Green taking 2 wickets. He don't even turn it. First ball and Hetmeyer plays out to the covers, no run. Let's find some more comments. Aaron says, would you rather Tallawahs win or match done at 2:30? Match done at 2:30 each and every time. Although if Tallawahs win today, that's pretty much them in the playoffs. So maybe I'd take a Tallawahs win. Seamus says, what ball did Green bowl? From my terrible eyes, it looked like it was bowled with an off-spinner's action, but it turned away. I'd have to go back and look, Seamus. Sorry, I'm so far behind in the comments. 55 of you in the live. Let's see what the subscribers is. We started at 3,174 at the start of this live, and we are currently on 3,176. Nah, you lot are doing me dirty. 2 subscribers. All this chat for 2 subscribers. Come on, man. Up the subscribers. We're in Twitter jail out here. Up the subscribers and up the likes. I don't know how many likes we've got at the moment, but up the likes as well. Let's scroll through some more comments. Sinil says, someone pray for Guyana. Oh, sorry. Wait, comments not coming up. Hold on one sec. Yeah, Sinil says, someone pray for Guyana. I'd back that if it wasn't against the Tallawahs. But they can hold a little prayer, yes. Vish says, I want Guyana to win just to see what the crowd would be like for the weekend games. I hear you. Yo said, Alan drops catch. Yeah, if you just come in the live, people, or just turn into game, Fabian dropped an easy catch. Wouldn't have that on my bingo card. Rickon confirming that about what made us get banned on Twitter. He said, yeah, not surprised that people went for Rand. I still think it was a troll who did it, though, Rickon. I think it was somebody. I'd love to know, the person who reported us, I'd love to know why they went for us. It must be somebody who's like, I hate those guys. They think they're so cocky. They think they're so clever. It's got to be one of them type of people, because why else would you do it? They think they know everything about West Indies cricket. I'll show them. I'm going to lock them up in Twitter jail. They showed us, though, because we're locked up on the wing with the killers and the murderers. It's long. We don't want to be in jail. Can't hack this life. Sweet Bye says you're in jail for that. Exactly. Imagine the trash people get. Trump got away with enough stuff on Twitter before he got put in Twitter jail. We tweeted the South African currency and got put in jail. God. Anyways. Yeah, Supernova says maybe it was just a random person who saw it and thought we were being disrespectful. Yeah, that's also plausible. It might have been someone who saw it without context and was like, how dare you call Odean Smith a whore? How dare you? Andy says, hi, Chris Gale. Do you know how many people say I look like Chris Gale? I don't get it, apart from being Jamaican. Is it just because I've got locks? I'll take that, though. If I could get just like 1,000th of the money he has, I'd take that. I think I'm nearly catching up with all of the comments. Taydram says Hemraj said he would use CPL to get back in the West Indies team. Hemraj ain't ever seen West Indies team. Mario says Machel ball, cricket, and wrestling. Yeah, you better believe, man. I'm out here. I'm out here with that knowledge. Taydram says join up with What Culture. I actually, one of my friends who supports Wrexham is good friends with one of the guys on What Culture. We always have back and forth because he's like a massive WWE fan and he can't understand why I like watching AEW. But what I always say to him is just be glad that two companies exist. Everyone who always tries to do this WWE versus AEW thing, I'm always confused because I'm like, just be glad there's two options for wrestlers to go to because it means that we'll always get fresh options when people go between companies. I'd rather that than just that period of time when WCW was dead. Nobody really took TNA seriously or Impact, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just glad there's two profitable companies, you know? And I just happen to prefer watching one of them over the other. Although that said, I would say that Roman Reigns is absolute money. Legit money. Anyways, let's see what more comments are. Morgan says, free Caribbean Cricket Podcast. Yes, please. I don't know. Anyone who knows Twitter, can you tell us how to speed up the process? Santoki reckons it's going to take 2 weeks. All I know is it's been 3 days so far and no freedom. Yeah, I think, oh wow, I think it's a temporary ban because when we log onto the account, like if you go onto our account, you can still read it. Like when I'm on my personal account, I can go to the Carib Cricket account and read it. So it's obviously not a full ban. It's not like you go to it and it tells people on Twitter this account has been suspended. So we don't know what Twitter we don't know what Twitter have actually done to us. We know we can't unlock it by verifying it with a code. So it's more than just a limited ban. So we're in some kind of Twitter purgatory. We're not really sure what's going on. Yo says, has Mackenzie not played for West Indies before? Yeah, West Indies under 19. He's a young buck, you know. I think he was in the last under 19 team, not the one this year, but the one before that. Christy says, stop talking and give the update. Okay, there's the update. Can you see it on the screen? It's right there, Christy. If you want to know why I haven't updated, it's because since Hetmeyer came in, Guyana ain't scoring any runs. What do you want me to update? They're not scoring any runs. They've lost 3 wickets, and now they're trying to consolidate. Now is not the time for big shots. We've just ended the power play. Guyana are 37 for 3. However, Hetmeyer then cuts that next ball through the covers for 4. Oh, yes. Beats the diving man on the boundary. Looks like Kurt McKenzie out there. So that's a 4. Oh, you lot are saying drop the ball before. Did he get anything on it? I was wondering if it was a drop, but the way the commentators reacted, it was as if nothing major had happened because maybe they thought it was too sharp a chance to count as a drop. Anyways, Hetmeyer works the next one through leg. He's going to come back for 2 with that. This is okay. So I'm going to say this. I said the last time I watched Guyana, I made this point. I'm going to make the same point again. Okay, so 2 balls ago, it was an edge. So it was a healthy edge. I just don't. Okay, you know what, you lot are right. It is a drop, but it's a drop in the context of Kenar Lewis is a big guy with, I think, a slow reactions. Kenar Lewis is out there looking like Incredible Hulk behind the stumps. Anyways, I was just about to praise Hetty in spite of that drop. So what I like about Hetty in T20s, even if it next ball's driven down the ground, Imad fields that with one hand, parries it, they'll run for 1. Yeah. So what I like about Hetty is that whether he makes runs or not, every time he comes to the crease, he is always looking busy. He's always trying to maneuver the ball off the square. If he can't hit a 4 or a 6, he's trying to get going with 1s and 2s. This is why Hetty should be the quintessential T20 player. It's just that the reason why Hetty will always frustrate people is that he has brain fades, kind of like a Carl Hooper type thing, where he's so good that he, like, often I think with Hetty, he gets himself out. Is he's not got out. He finds a new way to get himself out. So yeah, it's kind of like praise, but like damning praise. Anyways, end of the 7th over, and Guyana are 45 for 3. Scores up on the screen. So anyone who's in a watch along, please look at the screen. Hope is 23 of 15. Hetty is 8 of 12. And Guyana are 45 for 3. All right, let's see what comments have I missed. Farah says, is Shakib playing? Shakib's gone, man. Right, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna try and hold on, people. I'm coming off the screen for a sec. I've got to find a charger for this iPad. Okay, I'm back, people. I'm back. I think I might have fixed it. I still think this iPad's going to die on me, but we'll see. I just saw some ridiculous fielding by the Tallawahs a few balls ago. Hetmar should have been run out. Tallawahs didn't know which end they were throwing to. So, Guyana catch another life. Rank delivery down the leg side. That's a wide. They'll have to reload that one. Chris Green, sorry, I should point out, is already bowling out. So we're in the 8th over, and Green is bowling out already. Oh, it wasn't called wide. Okay, that's bizarre. No run again. Partnership is currently 12 of 20 balls. At one point, Hope was 20 of 10. He's now 25 of 19. Hope tries to cut that again. Can't beat the covers. Dot ball. Am I Carl Mayer's brother? Nuh-uh. Big bounce there from Green. It's another dot. That's the end of the over. So Chris Green bowls out. 4 runs straight up top, 2 for 24, a 4. Shakib, Imran Tahir, Gudakesh Multi. Who's the other spinner they've got today? Tahir, Multi, Shakib. Someone else in the Guyana side, I can't remember right now. They should be looking at Chris Green getting turn and bounce and saying, you know what? We're fine on this. I think if Guyana get anything above 110 and Guyana can defend this. So I'll just update the score, people. So Hope is 25 off 21. Farah says anything above 160 is winnable. I don't think you need that much on this surface. He'd say, but he then said above 140 just to be safe. Yeah, okay. I think I accept that. Sinclair, that's it. Sinclair's the other bowler. I need to get some water, people. Right. Miguel Pretorius has come into the attack to bowl the 9th over. This is his first over of the match. So we're 45 minutes in. It's 45 minutes in, and we're nearly halfway through the innings. This is the advantage when you have a team packed with spinners. This Guyana innings might be done after an hour and a half, which is perfect. Michael says, is there any news on the test kit? First ball is worked through leg sides. Should be 2 runs. Who's that? Chris Green, of course. Green cuts it off, and it's only 2. Ganga was like, that should be 4. And it's like, no, Chris Green's out there. It's 4. I mean, it's 2. Yes, Michael, I'll speak to the people behind the scenes in Cricket West Indies, try to get an answer for you. I would say look out for the answer on Twitter, but look out for the next live because we still won't be free on Twitter by then. Oh, I should point out, actually, because again, because we're banned on Twitter, no one's seen it. I put on my personal account. Hetmai cuts that one offside this time, 1 run. Part 2. If anybody watched the episode I did with my dad, we called it Caribbean Identity in the West Indian context. Lots of people said, they wanted me to do a part 2. So I spoke to my dad. We've sorted it out. I think it's going to be next Thursday, live recording. So everyone's welcome to come into that one live and pose their own questions. We're going to do a discussion on decolonization and the drive for independence in the Caribbean. So it's not linked to cricket. I mean, we might do some links to cricket, but it's going to be more a history that went aerial, but beats the man at cover. Fabian Allen comes round and they'll cut that off for 2 as well from Shea Hope. Sorry. So in light of Queen Elizabeth passing away and the thankful move from countries like Jamaica, Antigua, I think I heard Bermuda the other day, all pushing to go to become republics. So spoke to my dad and said, you know what, it's got to be an episode. It's got to be a live on decolonization and independence. So anyone who's interested in history, with loose links to West Indies cricket, that one from Notorious cuts through Hope. Nothing on it. Canal Lewis collects behind at the stumps. No run. So look out for that next Thursday. Hopefully, the Twitter account is back on the main roads by then, so then I can kind of advertise it properly. But spread the word. All I've done so far is put it on our Instagram account at Carib Cricket, and via my personal account, I'll put it on Facebook soon enough. So part 2, people. Part 2. So score is 52 for 3. 2 balls left of the 9th over. Hope cuts that one past point for 1 run. 1 more ball left of the 9th over. I'm coming to the question, so there's a couple of comments in the chat. I'll come to those in a minute. Just going to update the score. So one more ball left. We're currently on 55 for Guyana, sorry. Just remind people, the Tallawahs actually won the toss and chose to field. And I have to assume that they chose to field because they're hoping that Dew plays a role later on, which will limit the impact of the Guyanese bowlers. But, I mean, we shall see. And no run off the final ball. So six off Pretorius' first. What the hell just happened there? Oh, my God. What the... People, what? Oh, my God. The screen's done a madness. People, sorry, 1 second. My screen has gone mad for a sec. I'm going to have to... Let me see if I can do this. If I exit. Rescued it again. Okay. Right, so the score is... Not that. Sorry. My screen went haywire for a second there. Now I've got to fix it. So 55 for 53. So 55. 53 for 3 at the end of the 9th over. Hope is 28 of 24. And Hetty is 11 of 15. Rotherham Powell turns back to spin. He asks Imad Wasim to bowl. Oh, no, sorry, Mohammed Nabi. Sorry, just assumed it was Imad Wasim. Mohammed Nabi comes in with his off break. First over of the match. Commentators just showing the variable bounce at the moment on the pitch. So 3 players are debuting today. Mohammed Nabi debuts for the Tallawahs, in terms of international players, I should say. For the Warriors, it was Gurbaz and Shakib. Obviously, Gurbaz and Shakib both recorded Golden Ducks. Let's see how Nabi goes with the ball. Holt comes down the wicket, back over his head, straight 6. Straight 6. Great shot from Hope. He moves to 34. Imagine, where was this Shea Hope for the whole of the tournament for Guyana? This is why I've always wondered when Hope plays the way he does in ODIs, and it's apt that this is happening on the day that Jared dropped on YouTube the video I did with him about Shea Hope and his strike rate. And there's a line in the video right near the beginning where I say to Jared, I think that Hope's strike rate in ODIs, he does it on purpose, because I've seen Hope play innings where he clearly knows how to accelerate. So it has to be a deliberate choice by Hope when he's batting at like 70, because he's a better player than that. It must be deliberate. If anyone's like, what are you talking about? I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link in the comments now. So if you're free during the lunch break, if you're free during the innings break, or if you want something to watch, tomorrow or whatever, I've just put it in the chat now. You can watch. So it's called I did it with Jared Kimber, and it's called "Is Shea Hope's ODI Strike Rate a Problem?" And that's on Jared Kimber's podcast called Red Inca. So you can see that, watch it, or go stream that wherever you want to stream stuff. Most of you probably might have listened to it already, in fairness. Right, anyway, 67 of you in the live. Press like, please, if you haven't done so. We're on the road to 4K subscribers. No. Wait, he's giving him? No, that's not out. That's not out. No. This is how you look. This is how you look. No, I'm not biased. The minute I saw that, I was like, no, that's not out. So earlier on, so Simon Dool reckons it's out. Earlier on, with all the other decisions, I was like, yeah, that's just out. Like, that's clearly out. This one, I'm like, no, I don't buy this. I do not buy this as being out. Hetty reviewed it immediately. Now, has Hetty reviewed it immediately because he thinks he's hit it, or has he reviewed it because he thinks it's clearly sliding down leg? I just don't think it's out. Okay, he is a long way across. I think that's sliding down leg, but remember Brathwaite's giving it out. If it clips leg stump, Hetmeyer's finished. Right, so Hetmeyer's not nicked it. So Hetmeyer thinks he's sliding down leg, but behind Hetmeyer's legs, I can see middle. I can see middle and leg. If wait, is Hetmeyer walking off? What's he doing here? Is it drinks break or is he walking off? Clive Lloyd there on the Guyana bench. Where's Hetmeyer going? What? So Hetmeyer's watched it on the screen and decided he's out. Is that because he thinks he's sliding down leg and he's going to clip the leg stump? Oh, actually, on that screen he's out. Yeah, plum gone. When I just saw that review, I was like, yeah, he's out. So Hetmeyer goes, people. Mohamed Nabi strikes in his first over. Guyana 62 for 4. Hetty goes for 11. So four wickets have been taken, and they've all been taken by Jamaican spinners. Guyana in a bit of a hole here. I wouldn't say Guyana should worry. Remember, they have to bowl still, and Guyana have got 4 spinners, and Jamaica have taken 4 wickets with their 3 spinners. So if you're a Guyana fan, I wouldn't be like too concerned here. Like, you're still in the game. So anyway, someone asked me about Romario and I didn't answer it. Here we go. Koziko says, "Hey Mash, what do you think West Indies should do on Romario Shepherd? He hasn't had a good CPL and his bowling is big decline." More than what West Indies should do, Koziko, I just wonder if Romario Shepherd should decide that he wants to play T20 cricket for franchises for a bit of time. His decline has been so big that I don't know how you fix that decline. Super 50 is supposed to be in November, December. So I'm just thinking, provided Romario doesn't go to one of those T10 leagues, he's not at the World Cup. So if maybe Romario just needs to play some Super 50. But if Phil Simmons believes that Romario can still offer something to West Indies cricket, then they need to get someone working with him. Maybe they need to get him like a club deal somewhere to just work on his game. Because if the only thing we do is expect him to just improve by playing for Guyana, well, it's just not going to happen, is it? I think that Romario has focused too much on his batting, and it's had a massive detrimental impact on his bowling, personally. So now it's about, do we consider Romario Shepherd as a batting all-rounder as opposed to a bowling all-rounder? Sachin says 120 is defendable. I can see that for sure. Sheldon says Guyana have put too much pressure on Hetty. I just don't think Santoki and I did a podcast episode for 99.94, West Indies on 99.94 on Guyana. You can go listen to that episode, people, where I basically made the point that before the tournament, we'd questioned Guyana's team construction. It's just not a good team construction. Simple. And I think they've suffered for it. Right, people, I'm coming off the screen for a sec because I want to go get some water. Bear with Right, we're back, people. So, oh, Ramara Shepherd's out. Okay. So Ramari Shepherd is joins Shea Hope at the crease. 63 for 4. Imad Wasim is bowling his third over. Shepherd pushes at that with a bit of hard hands there, but he gets one. Oh, is he going to get a second? No, gets one run. 70 of you in the live piece. Sorry, please. 70 of you in the live, people. And we're up to 3,182 subscribers. So that's an increase of 8 subscribers since we started the live. Come on, people. Let's try push that to 3,200. We need 18 more subscribers by the end of this live to get to 3,200. How many likes we got? Can anyone tell me how many likes we got? Let me go look, see how many likes we got, people. How many likes are we on? Come on, man. 70 of you in the live. Don't tell me there's less than 30 likes. I'm always surprised when you lot don't want to press likes, you know. Let's see what you lot are saying. 20 likes. Nah, you lot doing me dirty out here. Every single person who's in this live right now, press like. Every single person. Every single one. Well, at least 2 of you have, because it says 22 likes now. Let me refresh this page. 23 likes, people. I'm staying with you. Every single person press like. We're on 23. 3 still. Nah, come on. Come on. 6 of you in the live and 23 likes. Every single person in this live press like. I got 3 of you to press like. Shake my head. Anyways, let's get back to the comments. Morgan says Holt was picked by Guyana just this leg of the tournament. What, you thought he was going to come good in Guyana? Interesting. As in his ability to, I feel like the whole Guyana team was picked for this leg of the tournament. But the problem is they have to win 4 from 4, and they may well do it. But their strategy was as if they'd constructed a team for Guyana, knowing that there'd be 4 games before the playoffs in Guyana and then the finals in Guyana. That's how I think Guyana have constructed their side, not realizing that you actually had to win some games before getting to Guyana. Sheldon says there's no locals to take pressure. For example, for TKR, the Ryan and Hussein can take pressure off Pure and Pollard. Who takes the pressure off Hetty? I hear that. I actually think part of the problem is they haven't actually replaced Malik and Hafiz. That doesn't mean they should have brought Malik and Hafiz back, but forget whether there's locals to help Hetty. Where's the experience to help Hetty? I think that's a bigger issue. You give the young man captaincy and no experience to actually help and guide him. However talented he is, no one to actually help him. Yep, I agree with you. 160 is not needed on this track. I think 120, 130 should be fine. The question is, how can Romario Shepherd stay the course? This isn't a wicket to just play mindless big shots. If it's in your arc, by all means, go for it. But trying to invent shots that aren't there to be hit, you'll get out on this. You'll get out. Patriots might be done, you know. Holt comes down the track. One bounce for. That's a great shot from Holt. Plays that between deep cover and deep extra cover. That's just a test match shot, in so much as he's played through the line. It's there to be hit. There's no danger. 4 runs. The problem with this Hope innings, and this is what happens with Shea Hope all the time, when he plays a good innings, everybody forgets what he's done before. So after this innings, you're going to now hear, this is why Hope should be in the West Indies T20 side, because when you're a touch player like Hope and people believe he's as good as he is, which he is in fairness, all you have to do is produce once, and that's enough for people to forget everything else you've done. That should have been stopped. That's poor from Rovman. I think he'll accept that that's poor. But anyway, Shepherd gets a 4, and that's the end of Fabian Allen's first over. And the Warriors are 77 for 4. So if you actually think about it, from this position, with 8 overs to go, the Warriors should be looking at 130 to 140 minimum. If they bat sensibly. If they bat like dunces, then obviously then it's a problem. But if they bat sensibly on this wicket, that's where they should be thinking they can get to. – 83 of you in the live. Yeah, okay, that's a fair point, yo. But okay. The reason I made the point with Hope is if you equate it with Hope on the test side, right? I always make this point because I love to bring back the receipts. Hope failed for 37 innings in a row before he finally got dropped. And then as soon as he made a 1 score in domestic cricket, everyone said bring him back to the test team. That's the type of thing I'm talking about. And I don't see many others getting that kind of leeway in West Indies cricket. Oh, Michael, yeah, good point. I forgot about that. They lost 2 games to rain. Yeah, completely forgot. Anyways, Pretorius, by the way, is back into the attack for his second over. And 2 singles have come off the first 2 balls. Jeremy says Guyana should bat sensibly till the 16th over, then resort to power. Yeah, and I've got no issue with that tactic, but it's dependent on Shepherd understanding that if Hope can bat deep, and bear in mind that Hope's going at 100 and what? What's his strike rate? 140 is his strike rate. So Shepherd doesn't need to go mad. Hope's doing that at the moment. That one beats Hope all ends up though. That one gets big on Hope. He's able to chop that down to the man at long on, 1 run. Ali Modine says, is Guyana's game today? Shepherd pulls that one down to Fabian for 1 run. Again, Hope cuts it. That should be 4. Yep, Fabian can't cut off. It's another great shot from Hope. That should move him to his 50. Yep, Hope moves to 51. It's an excellent knock from Hope. You got to hand it to him. 7 overs remaining. Guyana well on track here. 85 for 4. Even if they only go at 6s. Yeah, one. I'm now saying 140 minimum from here. Obviously, a wicket would change this completely. Right, 86 of you. 86 of you in the live. Let's see if you've upped the likes. Fabian Allen's coming back into the attack. 39 likes. The live, 40 likes. Thank you, people. Let's see if we've upped the subscribers. Fabian plays that down leg. It's well fielded by, who is that? Imad Wazim. 16 more subscribers to get to 3,200. Yeah, Morgan says Fabian's looking shaky today in the field. Yeah, he's not been elite, that's for certain. So 86 for 4, 1 run off the first ball of Fabian's over, 14th over. That's defended down the track, no run. I've barely seen Fabian bowl in this CPL, to be fair. Again, that drifts down the leg side. Hope turns that to Nabi, who's at the boundary, 1 run. So 3 balls bowled, 2 runs from the over so far. Again, down leg. Shepherd goes after it. Not enough. Oh my God. Rodman Powell, 2 juggles at it, nearly drops it. Fabian gets a wicket. I knew Romario wouldn't be able to hold out for too long. I said, can Romario bat sensibly? He doesn't need to go for big shots yet. But this is what, and the same thing with Oldie Smith. Same thing with Oldie Smith. The equation doesn't change. Just stick with Shea. Shea's obviously seeing it like a beach ball. Shea's seeing it like a beach ball and play the big shots with like 4 overs to go. Why is someone explain to me why Romario's playing that shot in the 14th over? It's you're 87 for 4. You're building nicely. Is there a need to play that big shot in the 14th over of the match? My man's throwing his bat, but he's a dunce. He's a dunce though, because this is the problem with West Indians. With West Indian, the modern West Indian player, play the situation, play the match context. Like, even if you think you've got a shot in your locker, is the match situation the time for that shot right now? We got this generation, I can't help them, you know. From when you're not someone like Chris Gale, don't believe that you can play those shots at any moment in a match. From when you don't have the pedigree of things like 14,000 T20 runs behind you, don't think you can do them superhuman things. Assess the match situation. Assess it. Anyway, same thing's going to happen to West Indies in the World Cup, so let me not say nothing. And Multi has walked out. That's interesting. I'm not sure I understand that tactic. Can someone explain the Multi walking out tactic? You've got Kemo Paul and Oldine Smith. So even if you think Oldine Smith will play too many dunce shots, just tell Kemo to come out. They've gone for the review here. Hold on a minute. Fabian Allen has convinced Rovman to go for review. I didn't even talk about the delivery because I just didn't think it was out. Didn't think it was worth mentioning. Fabian reckons that this is pitching on to go on to hit the leg stump? I reckon Rovman's gone for this just cause. I think he's like, well, you know what? Hope's on 52. Let's try a little ting here. I'm going to get to the multi decision in a minute. 94 of you in the live. Big ups. Has this straightened? No, I'm sorry, that's not out. And Fabian's done Rodman dirty there. That's not hitting nothing. Right, so that's not out. So let me deal with Multi coming out. The only reason for Multi to have been sent out is because he's left-handed. Because there is no logical reason to send Multi yet. That's not even anywhere close. They must have just tried a thing because it was Hope. Yeah, there's no logical reason to send out Multi because what you send out Multi now, right? What happens if Multi's still in with 3 overs to go and he's not really doing anything? And Hope's not gone big, then what? What was the purpose of sending Moe? Surely you send somebody who can also just juke it around for once, but then go accelerate when the time requires. Why not send Chemo Paul? I'm not following. So Anthony says Multi's come because he can actually bat. Maybe so. But I'm just saying, if you have Chemo Paul, who is more of an all-rounder than Multi, why? I know Multi made some runs in the first class season this year, so he's obviously somebody they trust to bat. So we're in, was it 6 overs to go, right? How many overs are they wanting Multi to rotate for before they have to try and go big? But we'll see. The tactic may well work. If I'm Chemo Paul, though, and I'm seeing Gudakesh Multi come out before me, I'm saying my team don't rate me. Romario doing up all the anger after getting out. Like, no point in being angry now, bro. Don't play the shot. Right, Imad Razim back into the attack. Hopes no Multi, sorry, squeeze that. Could come back for 2. No, 1 run. If Multi's in, I would possibly, because they're going okay, no. Let me not that down. That makes sense. Hope comes down the wicket to Imad. That should be 6. Yep. Big shot from Hope. Good shot as well. 6 runs. Hope seeing this so clearly. I'll run dot ball the next ball. Fish says Oldien has regressed. I think he's impressed with the ball. Maybe he's regressed with the bat. Multi comes down the wicket, gets 1 run there. I mean, Multi's doing his job so far. Faced 2 balls, rotated the strike both times. And if Hope can continue to play at his 140 strike rate, I think that he's on at the moment, 137, then job done. Again, Hope works out off his legs. And that's 1 run. 10 off the over. Imad Wazim bowls out. 1 for 23 off his 4. So they will only have, there's 5 overs left to go. The Tallawahs, 5 overs left to go. Nabi will definitely bowl. Nabi's got 3 left. So you'd have to assume that Nabi's bowling 3. Oh no, Mohamed Amir's got 2 left. Interesting. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see how they go here. They've got the right-handed hope in, which suggests to me they may want Fabian Allen to still get another over. Mohamed Amir is definitely bowling 2 of the 3. Hope's in, so I would possibly make Fabian Allen bowl 1 more. So that's 3 of the 5. And then maybe you give, I don't know. I would definitely give Mohamed Nabi at least 1 more over. So it's going to be interesting to see which order they go in. The only certainty is that Mohamed Amir is going to bowl out. It's Mohamed Nabi who's back. And he bowls Hope. Bowled him. That's why I said give Nabi another over. Hope goes. They were doing their foolish fan stand thing. Hope got bowled. We didn't even know what was going on because they were chatting to some Egypt people in the stand. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. They're not Egypt, but you know what I mean? Like, I've been saying it through every night game. When you're in the fan stand and something's happening on the pitch, just cut them off. Cut the audio immediately and go back to the commentators. People need to know what's going on. Anyways, Hope's gone for 60. Bowled Mohamed Nabi. Yeah, good point from Jeremy here. Jeremy says it's a straight ball again. A lot of these outs haven't been like excessively like balls which have like turned massively. No, a lot of them have been like the batters just haven't read what's going on. There's 122 of you in the live. Big up yourselves. How many does that equate to in the likes? 47 likes. Come on, man. Come on, people. Let's up these likes. There's 125 of you watching. We can get more than 47 likes. And for that matter, press subscribe as well. We're currently on 3,186 subscribers. I want 14 more subscribers to get to 3,200 people. Come on, there's 125 of you in this. We can surely get some more likes and subscribers. Up them up. 97 for 6. Let me update the score. So Hope's gone. Who's come out? Is it Odean Smith or Chemo Paul? Yeah, that ball that got Hope, it was quick. It was a quicker ball, but it was straight. It didn't turn. It just went straight on. I think Hope will be disappointed because if you're in that long, or Smith nearly plays on there. If you're in that long and you get done by a straight ball, I think you have a right to be upset with yourself. Big up Frank tuning in from the USA. Lubbock, Texas. Is that Texas in Texas? Oh, I'd review that. I'd review that. Given Gregory Brathwaite gives that out, I think that's out. Multi, is he going to review that or not? Or is he walking straight off? I think he's going to walk straight off here. What's the point in reviewing? It's good to catch Multi with respect. Yep, Nabi strikes 2 in the over. Multi has gone for 2. Nabi is now 3 for 10 with 3 more balls to go in the 16th over. Oh, there's no reviews left. Sorry, people. Well, it was out anyway. But thank you. Sorry, I didn't realize that Guyana had burnt their reviews. But that one was plum. So review what? Multi has to go. Someone remind me, when did Guyana burn their reviews? Who did Hetmeyer burnt one? Who else burnt one? Someone who was it Hemraj? Who burnt the other review? Aaron, all I'll say about that South Africa auction, if you look at all the teams in that South Africa league, 6 black South Africans got bought in the whole tournament. Now, ultimately, the South Africa auction is owned by the IPL guys, so they have no. They can easily turn around and say, "Listen, this is a competition about winning." At the end of the day, no sentiment for South African history and culture and any kind of optics in terms of what should happen. But all I'm going to say is 6 black South Africans only are in that South African T20. That is awful optics. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, just seeing that Gregory Brathwaite did a teeth out. Multi got an edge on that. But Brathwaite teethed him out, so Multi had to go with no reviews. He can blame Hemraj and Hetty for their reviews because Multi, he got done by a Brathwaite teeth out. Oldine tries to pull that one from outside the off stump, plays it straight back to Nabi. That's the end of the over. Mohamed Nabi has taken 3 for 12 from his 2 overs. Hopefully, this iPad lasts until the end of this over. It's on 7% energy. Can I get through? Will it get me through to the end of this Guyana innings? Maybe Guyana will get bowled out before this is over. So Guyana 107 for 104-7 in the 16th over. They brought back what's her name? Is it Natasha? What's that recording artist called? So they've brought her back. So why did they fly out the Indian girl just for Trinidad then? I wonder what that was about. That's it, Naomi. What did I say her name was? Did I say Naomi? Can't remember. Anyways, Naomi. Mohamed Amir pulls that one wide of Oldine Smith. He can't do anything with that. $133 of you in the live. Thank you for all the people tuning in, wherever you are tuning in from. Must be a lot of Guyana fans. That's wide. Mohamed Amir is going to have to reload that one. Guyana score moves up to 103 for 7. We're on 54 likes, people. I wonder if we can get to. Let's try get to 80 likes. 54 likes. That's well bowled by Mohamed Abir. Digs that one in short. Oldine tries to pull that. He can't get anything on that. No run. That's the most I've ever seen Shiv talking. Or Shiv's talking to Alex Jordan on the boundary. These times I didn't think Shiv spoke at all. Amir goes for the Yorker, and all Odin can do is squeeze that out into the covers for one run. Anyways, fifth ball of the over. Oh, that's unplayable by Mohamed Amir. Super pace, bounce, carry. Chemo Paul just lucky not to get anything on it, to be honest. Sachin says that his dad was saying that's the most he's seen. That's what I'm saying. Shiv talking big, big, big to Alex Jordan. It must be a Gallus flex because I've never seen Shiv talk that much in my life. Right, last ball of the 17th over coming up. Paul, oh, I thought that was going to carry to Raymond Reefer. And it just bounces short of him. They don't run in the end. Only 4 runs off that over, including a wide. And the score is 104 for 7. I've got 5% left on my iPad. I don't think the iPad's going to last. No, it's not going to last on 5%. We're on 3,187 subscribers. Come on, people. 13 more. 13 more to get us to 3,200. Pretorius back into the attack. Aldine Smith goes for the big shot. Clean 6 down the ground. Interesting to go back to Pretorius. I mean, I get it. It's at the death. They probably assume that Aldine Smith will marmalize any spin. Aldine goes to the big heave hole in the second ball, gets nothing on it. Well, that one, length outside the off stump. Aldine Smith brings out the helicopter shot. That's another 6. At this point in time, like that's just rank length. Like that was a gimme for Aldine Smith. At this point in time, you know what Aldine Smith's going to do. You have to bowl fast, full, and straight. And then at least if he takes you for 6, you're like, well, boy, what could I do about that? But if you bowl length outside the off stump, you're basically saying to Aldine Smith, I dare you to hit me. And you know what Aldine Smith's going to do? He's going to hit you out the ground. Anyways, Guyana should be celebrating. Oldin's on fire here. Egypt. The Egypt bowls the same ball again, but this time it's a wide. They'll have to reload it. Another one added to the Guyana total. 117 for 7. Wonder how Brandon King's going to go today. This is someone very familiar with Providence. As ever, as I always say in these games, um, it's how the opposing team goes in the power play that tends to decide how close the game's going to go. Right, Odin picks that one up off his legs. That's another 6. Yep. High, gone. That's 19 off the over so far. 2 more balls to go. Pretorius having a shocker here. He's been sucked into the Odin Smith matrix. Every single one that's been taken for 6 has been bowled into us. It's almost like he's read a manual of where should I bowl to have Odin Smith smash me out the ground, and he's bowled there. So if you look at every ball that Pretorius has bowled so far, none of the balls have cramped Odin for room. To get Odin out, you have to make him invent a shot. Length again, 6. Like, this is dreadful bowling. This is just dreadful. Yes, it's good. I mean, it's 6s, aren't it? So people will say it's good hitting. And at the end of the day, you still got to put the balls away. After all, Odin's on 29 off 11, 19 off the over. You can't not rate it, but it's dreadful bowling. I'm sorry. It's just slot bowling. Like, Pretorius is like, Rodman's got to go to Pretorius and help him here. He clearly has got head loss and doesn't know where to bowl. No one's gone up to the man to tell him what to do. Last ball of the over. Let's see if he bowls length again. And it's another slot ball. 6 again. 25 off the over. Miguel Pretorius, none for 45 off 3 overs. Smith has marmalized him. And that should give Guyana a huge advantage now for the game. I think that's as bad an over as I've seen bowled in a T20 for a while. No, at no point did Miguel bowl anything different. He just completely lost his head. So that will mess Rodman Powell's plans up a bit, because Mohamed Amir is obviously going to bowl an over. So now who does he give the other over to? He might have to ask Mohamed Nabi to bowl it, because he can't go back to Pretorius. Not again. Unless they get Odin Smith out, he can't go back to Pretorius. Odin's strike rate is 292 at this moment in time. Phenomenal. So it's whether they bowl Nabi for the penultimate, or so they're going Mohamed Amir for the 19th. I would bowl Nabi for the last over. I'm not giving Pretorius the ball back again. So Mohamed Amir, they'll want, Rodman will basically be saying to Mohamed Amir, get me a wicket in this over. Even if it's not Odin, like, get them out at the other end. First ball, dot ball. This iPad's about to die now. Yeah, I agree with you. The only way Pretorius bowls again is if Odin's out. Good point, Mario. I forgot Rovman might bowl it himself. I'd still give it to Mohamed Nabi. He's still got an over left. Maker's only hope now is that Romario Shepherd sells out the game with the ball. Only 58 likes. There's 148 of you watching. Only 58 likes. You lot are forever doing me dirt, you know. Right, Chemo goes for the helicopter. One, was that a 6 or was that 1 bounce 4? What was that? Was that a 6 or a 4? It's a 6. So Chemo gets in on the act. That's a 6 as well. Guyana go over 140. That's a wide. You'll have to bowl that again. Chemo goes down the ground. 1 bounce 4. It's been some head loss bowling from the Tallawahs at the end here. Even the Mohamed Amir getting in on the head loss. Chemo goes for 6. Followed that up with a 6. Vibes upon vibes at Providence. Can't even keep up with what's going on here. That's a 50 partnership between Paul and Oldine. They've brought 54 up of 22 balls. So people, I can't even keep up with what's going on out there. And what's that? Is that another 6? Wait, why was Long on? Oh. Anyways, that's 2 off that one. Why is Rovman not back at Long on? Or mid off? Sorry. Right, my iPad just died, so now I'm watching a few even more seconds behind on the computer. So where are we now? So now, sorry people, I'm gonna have to charge this iPad. That's wide, and Mohamed Amir will have to bowl that again. So the score is 155 for 7. Guyana at this rate going to get up to at least 175. Oldine hasn't even had a chance to. Oldine hasn't even had a chance to face any balls in this over. Chemo's done all the hard work. Who are they going to give the final? Right, Chris Green is blowing into his. Well, he can't be bowling. He's bowled out. And Kemo fetches that one, pulls it, 4 runs, beats. I don't even know there is that Imam Wasim down at the boundary, and Mohammed Amir is being licked down. It's now 159 for 7. Update this score. The score's moving so quickly, I don't know what's going on. So Kemo Paul is on 23 of 10 balls. Oldene Smith didn't even face a ball in that over. He didn't need to. Kemo Paul did all the hard work. So 24 runs. So let me just put that in perspective. So the 18th over went for 31 runs. The 19th over has gone for 24 runs. Guyana are 159 for 7. This should be a match win in total. With their 4 spinners, this should be a match win in total. All I can say at this point is if Guyana lose this game, they deserve to exit the tournament. Simple. If they can't defend this, then they have no business being in the tournament. So who's it? It is Rothman Powell. So you lot got it right. Rothman Powell will take the final over. It's brave. It's a leave out of Pollard because the type of thing Pollard would do and say, you know what? If you lot are going to go for 50, 55 runs in 2 overs, let me just take the ball and show you what to do. But he's bowling to Oldene Smith, so this could be carnage either way. Right, first ball wide down the leg side. He'll have to bowl that again. 160 comes up. Fish says it's the worst move I've ever seen. What would you have done instead? You can't give it to Pretorius, so who would you have bowled? Who would you have bowled to a set Oldene? At this point with Jamaica's bowling, you either go Pretorius, Nabi, Fabian Allen, or Rothman Powell. I get the move personally. Not saying it's going to work, but I'm not anti it. 160 for 7. The damage was already done in the 18th and 19th over. So at this stage, saying that don't go to Rothman Powell in the final one doesn't quite work for me. Anyways, that's not what's he done there. What's that? He said no ball. Oh dear. Is he bowled a no ball? My. He has bowled a no ball. Well, this next ball should be going for 6. So far, Rothman has not bowled a legal delivery. 161 for 7. No, that's all. What is Rothman doing exactly here? He's bowled wide, no ball, wide. So 3 runs have come off this over. He's yet to bowl a legal delivery. Akeem trying to give the game away for everyone, but I can't help him. Right, finally bowls a legal delivery. He tries to bowl a Yorker, but it's full and he's carted out the ground. Guyana moved to 168 for 7. There's 5 more overs of this. There's 5 more overs of this to come. Guyana 168 for 7. Guyana, this could be the impetus Guyana need to stay in this tournament. So if they win this, like given it's the first game of the home leg for Guyana, this should be what they need to try and get the other. This should be what they need to get the final. What am I trying to say here? 3 wins they need to kind of stay in the tournament. Sorry, I didn't even commentate on what just happened there. So Rodman goes for wait a minute. Sorry. Rodman goes for the leg side again. Oldene doesn't connect. Runs through for 1. Rodman's probably happy that Oldene's off strike, but can Kemo Paul capitalize anyway? He goes leg side again, wide. I mean, I get what Powell's trying to do. He's just not executing it. This over's gone on for ages. He's bowled wide, no ball, wide, 6, 1, wide. total head loss from the Jamaicans in the final 3 overs. So Vish says even if Guyana lose this game, the crowd's showing up. The games are already sold out. All of the semis, the 2 eliminators are sold out, the finals sold out, and all of Guyana's games are sold out. Like this was before we even got to Guyana. Yeah, that's fine. Kimo moves all the way across to a 4th stump line, doesn't connect there. Dot ball, Rodman Powell. Yeah, I don't see. Jamaica would have to do something mad to chase this down. Kimo gets down on one knee, strikes it down the ground, 1 run. Now, in fairness, people are going to laugh when I say this. Like, Rodman's not, the no ball aside, Rodman's not actually bowled a bad last over here. You're not going to laugh. But he hasn't. He actually hasn't. 12 runs have come off his 4 balls with a plethora of wides in there. Like at least Rodman's bowled to some kind of tactic. Whatever Pretorius and Mohamed Amir were doing, I couldn't tell you what the discernible tactic was. At least, I mean, he's just bowled another wide, but at least with Rodman, when he's taking the ball, he's like, well, this is what I'm trying to do. Sachin says it's atrocious. I mean, 13 have come off it. What's really atrocious is the fact that Pretorius' over went for 31 and Mohamed Amir's over went for 24, and they're better bowlers than him. So in that context, I'm not sure this is atrocious from Powell. It's bad because of how many wides are in there, but it's 13 runs of 4 balls. And next ball he bowls Oldine. So how atrocious is it really? Like, so we've had 3 overs, right? We've had 3 overs. The 2 main seamers went for 31 and 24 respectively, and Powell bowled the first Yorker. So as much as you are saying it's bad, Powell's he's bowled a better final over than those 2 bowled in their penultimate overs. Anyways, Oldine goes for, well, a phenomenal 42 off 16, strike rate of 262. So 1 more ball left. Who's gonna face that? Who's coming out? Junior Sinclair must be. $166 of you in the live. I bet there's not 166 likes. 64 likes. You lot done me dirty today, boy. Right, let's see. Where's the thing? Right, final ball of the innings. Game's gone on too long. And June Sinclair hits that for 6. So that does spoil the over. Hetmeyer celebrates. He thinks Guyana have won. Guyana end on 178 for 8. It's not even advantage Guyana. It's game over. So let me just update this. So 178 for 8. There's only 2 ways of looking at this match. Well, there's several ways of looking at it, but Guyana end on 178 for 8 after their 20 overs. And sorry, there's so much to update. I can't even know. I don't know how much. I don't know how to update all that. So basically, of the last 3 overs, I'll just tell you lot now. The last 3 overs went for 74 runs. That's ridiculous. I'll say that again. The last 3 overs went for not 74. 74. Yeah, The last 3 overs went for 74 runs. So just think on that. At the start of the 17th over, Guyana were 104 for 7. Okay. So Guyana were 104 for 7 at the 17th over. They've ended on 178 for 8. It's Guyana's game to lose. It's as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. If Guyana lose this, I don't know what to tell you lot. Like, it's not a pitch. It's not a 178 pitch. If I just go through, just to remind you, just to kind of articulate this point. So the bowling stats: Mohamed Amir, none for 42 off 4. Miguel Pretorius, none for 45 off 3. Robin Powell, 1 for 19 off 1. Why have I started with those names? Because they're all the people who bowled pace of some sort. Here's the spinners: Chris Green, 2 for 24 off 4. Imad Wasim, 1 for 23 off 4. Mohamed Nabi, 3 for 12 off 2. Fabian Allen, 1 for 13 off 2. So the reason why I state that is it's clearly a pitch that will do better for the spin bowlers than it will for the pace bowlers. Guyana have 4 spinners, not Shamsi, but they have Imran Tahir, Junior Sinclair, Shakib Al Hassan, and Gudakesh Multi. If those 4 spinners, that's a minimum of 12 overs. If those 4 spinners cannot protect 179 on a wicket where it's better for spin than it is for pace, Guyana deserve to be out of this tournament. However, they also have Odean Smith, Chemo Paul, and Romario Shepherd, who will have to bowl between them 8 overs. Do not be surprised if one of those 3 gets taken for like 60 runs, because that's how dreadful they can be with the ball. Obviously, particularly Romario Shepherd more so than Odean and Chemo Paul. But sorry, 16 overs. Why did I say 12? Sorry, Yo. Thank you for correcting me. So there's 4 spinners, all of which can bowl 4 overs. So I expect Imran to bowl 4. Shakib will definitely bowl 4. Who's the other person? Gudakesh will probably definitely bowl 4. Junior Sinclair's the only one I don't know. Right-hand off-break bowler. How many left? There's not many left-handers in the Jamaican order, if I remember rightly. So yeah. Oh yeah, Hemraj. Completely forgot about Hemraj. So it could Ghana might all bowl 20 overs of spin. They might even bowl 20 overs of spin if they want to. Completely forgot about Hemraj. So this game is sewn up. Ghana should win this. So if Ghana win this, they'll move to 5 points. Jamaica will be in problems because Jamaica will only have 1 game left after this, which I think is against the Kings. If that's the case, Jamaica would have that game against the Kings would basically be a virtual shootout for Jamaica. It'd be win or out. So at this moment in time, it looks like St. Kitts will be out. And you can't call it now. Obviously, there's Trinidad as well, have to win some games. Either way, Guyana know what the equation is. Guyana basically just have to win. They just have to keep winning and hope that's enough. If they win 4 from 4, they're in the playoffs. If they win 3, they'll end on 9 points. I do not believe that 9 points is going to be. Oh no, it might be enough. 9 points might be enough for Guyana. So a minimum of 3 wins from 4 for Guyana will be fine. You would think, or should be fine. Obviously, 4 guarantees it. So this is the best way for them to start. So I'm going to go off screen because this game, the thing that I haven't said and what I'm vexed about is that all of this hitting has meant that Guyana's innings has finished at 2 o'clock, just like all of everybody else's innings have finished. So now I'm stuck out here, probably not going to bed again until 3:30. I'm so vexed. So vexed. I thought this game might be one of the games which ended a bit earlier today. Yo says if Ghana win 3 of the matches, they have to hope the Kings lose both of theirs. Yeah, or Jamaica. So yeah, for 3 matches to be enough for Guyana, 3 wins, the Kings have to lose 2, or Jamaica have to lose 2. So for example, if Jamaica lose today but win against the Kings, well, that means Jamaica end on 10 points, right? If the Kings lose to Jamaica but win their other game, they'll end on 10 points as well. So the way it looks is with one win, Barbados, Jamaica, and the Kings get in with one win. All the Kings and Jamaica need is one win out of their final two. Easier said than done, which would then mean the final place would be between Trinidad and Guyana. But for Guyana to take that place, they would have to win all 4 games, assuming everyone else does what they need to do. The only way for Guyana to get in would then be to win all 4 games, including beating Trinidad. Trinidad also of their how many games have Trinidad got left? I think Trinidad got 2 left. 1 second, people. I think Trinidad have got 2 left as well. Just want to check this. Trinidad have got 2 left. So if Trinidad won one of their final 2 and Guyana won 3, say Trinidad beat Guyana. Basically, long story short, people, that Trinidad versus Guyana game, I think, is a knockout game. If you really want me to sum it up, I think whatever happens between Trinidad and Guyana tells you which team's getting knocked out. If you want the easiest way to understand it, because if Trinidad beat Guyana, Guyana would only have won 3 matches out of 4, right? And that would put Trinidad through ahead of Guyana. And wait. Yeah, because you can't rely on Saint Lucia and Jamaica to both. Saint Lucia and Jamaica play each other, so one of them, if you catch my drift, one of them's definitely winning a game. If you see what I mean, so you can't rely on both of them to not make the playoffs. One of those 2 teams is definitely making the playoffs with Barbados. If it's complicated, but I hope you're catching my drift. So here's the easiest way for Guyana fans to think about this: when they play Trinidad, they don't dare lose to Trinidad, because if they do, Trinidad will end on 9 points. That means that even if Guyana won their other 3 games, they will only end on 9 points as well. And then they're looking at snookers between with the Jamaicans and the Saint Lucians and so on and so forth. So yeah, 3 points will mean it's a mathematical net run rate thing to decide if Guyana get in if they win 3. If they win 4, they're definitely in. That's the easiest way to think about it. Win 3, it'll come down to net run rate. Win 4, they're in. Either way, they've got 178 for 8. They should win this game. I don't even care if they bowl Jamaica out for 10. As long as I can get to go to bed before 3:30, I'm fine with that. So, good luck to Guyana. Let's just hope this match ends relatively early. I need to start writing up this match ball. Anyway, people, I'm going off screen to go get some water. Yeah, I'm back. Right, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. What's it? Shepherds. Canal goes for the wild swing. So 4 balls into Shepherds first over. They've started with Shepherds. Surprised they didn't start with spin. And Kennar plays that. That should get 2 there. They're going to run 2. No, they run 1. So 6 runs so far. One more ball to go in the opening from Romario Shepherd. Sorry for the delay, people. I was catching up on the AEW results. Chris Jericho is now the new Ring of Honor champion. So I was just watching the highlights from that match. I totally get that decision. Some people are going to criticize it, but I totally get why they've done that or why they've made that decision. So good for Chris. Right. So last ball of Romario Shepherd's over. Oh no, that's it. It's a dot. So 6 off the first over. And we are on the way. People, I think I'm trying to work out when I'm going to leave this live. Jamaica Tallawahs. I don't know if I'm going to go at the end of the power play or if I'm going to stick around until the 10th over. I'll make a decision shortly. Vish, your first mistake is letting Twitter tell you anything about wrestling. Remember, Twitter ain't real life. All that matters is how many people tuned in and what was the demographic rating. That's all that actually matters. Twitter will tell you anything about anything if you go looking for it. According to Twitter, we called Oldie Smith a whore. So Twitter will tell you anything about anything. Right. Who? Shakib. Right. So Shakib will take the second over or open the bowling with Romario Shepherd. And it's Kanar Lewis still on strike. Big shot. Kanar brings out the big shot immediately. That's cleared the ground. 6. I mean, if Jamaica are going to make an improbable chase of this, they'd have to do something mental in the power play, and they'd need Kanar Lewis to basically do this. Just be like at this point in time, it's big shot or out. Soft hands, try to run a single, no run. The thing for Guyana is it's not enough to just, if it's going to come down to net run rate, Guyana needs to think about 2 things here. It's not just about winning this match, which they should. They've got to win it well, because if it comes down to net run rate, winning a tight match where Jamaica make 160 plus ain't really helping anything. So they got to try and win this comfortably. How many likes we got? We're on 77 likes, people. Can we get to 100 likes before I lock off this live? That's the key question we need to ask. Can we get to 100 before the live is locked off? 100 likes, that is. There are 107 of you in the live. We want 100 likes. Quick run by Brandon King. So one more ball left of Shakib's over. 8 have come off it so far. He's recovered well since the opening 6. He's gone for .11 since Kanar Lewis went downtown with the first ball. Last ball of the over. What can Shakib do here? Tossed up, and again, Kanar wants to run a quick single, but Brandon sends him back, and that's the end of the second over. 14 without loss. So Jamaica going at 7s so far. But they're going to need to go at 9s. Let's see how many subscribers we're on. Are we close to my 3,200 mark that I wanted? We've made it. We made it, people. We're on 3,202. I didn't think that would happen. So we're on 3,202 subscribers. I guess, what's the new target I'm setting for the end of this live then? Once you smash a target, don't rest on your laurels. Let's aim for 3,210 subscribers by the end of this live. Right. Let me see now. Let me just see. Let's refresh this Twitter page. What's happening? Who's in? Who's this now? Oh, Multi. So Multi comes in to bowl the third over. Soft hand by Brandon. They'll run a quick single there. I think they'll run two. Or Brandon wanted to. Kanar was slow on the uptake. And plugs it in the outfield from Brandon. 1 run. Or Kanar even. 1 run. Sorry, people. I'm just looking at. Sorry, people. I'm just looking at something on my phone here. I'll come back to you in a second. Bold him. Not bold him. Sorry. He's gone for the LBW shout. We'll Guyana review it. No, they won't. Hetty's not interested. Good over this from Multi, though. Only 2 runs off it. Oh, for flip's sake. No, there's no shout there. Right, so 3 runs off this over. 2 more balls to go of this multi over. I think you lot are ahead of me because I'm on the computer at the moment because my tablet. Brandon goes to the big shot. Has he got enough on that? Plugs just before the boundary for 4 runs. 7 runs now off the over. For those wondering, Jamaica need to go at 9s plus, by the way. But I mean, it's a healthy enough start. And that's the end of the over. So 9 off multis over. That keeps Jamaica kind of up with where they need to be. That's the way they've got to see it. There's no use trying to say we must be X, Y, Z at this point. I would play it over by over. So it's 23 for none after 3. Even Stevens, I guess, at this moment in time. I think I've missed a few comments. Right, who gets the next over? Imran Tahir. So far, Guyana have gone Shepherd. Who took the second one? Shepherd, Shakib, Multi, and now Imran Tahir. See how Imran Tahir goes now. They're chopping and changing it up into Kanar Lewis. Well bowled. Kanar can't do anything. It cramps him slightly. Can't do anything with that. Keeps the touch low. No run. That might be outside the line, actually. Imran Tahir's gone on his long marathon run. He's going to tell Hetmeyer to review it. Hetmeyer does review it. I wonder if that's slightly outside the line. Is that my Jamaican bias talking? That looked, I don't know, on first viewing, I thought that was just outside the line. Remember, it's not out. So if it is clipping, it's going to be not out on umpire's call anyway. Sometimes I wonder when people do reviews if they remember that. I wonder if they remember that if the umpire doesn't give it out, they've got to be certain that it's going full on. But anyways, I'm seeing a replay now. Is it ducking in? No, that's out. Wait. Where did it pitch though? So when I saw Kanar's back leg in real time, I just assumed it was outside the line, but I was deceived by the pad, which is outside the line. But that's out. Great. Was that Gregory Brathwaite again? He's made some atrocious decisions, hasn't he? Yeah, that's Plum. He's gone middle stump as well. That's not even like close. Sometimes I think with Brathwaite, he's just making it up. Then again, I said not out initially as well, but that's because I thought it hit his pad in real time. But I'm not an international umpire. So what did Brathwaite thought that hit? I got that wrong because I don't know what I'm saying. But he's an international umpire. So what was his excuse? Anyways, wicket's gone. Kanar's out. What I love about Brathwaite though is that when he gets it wrong, he don't care. He just gets the next decision wrong as well. Right, so what's that? So 23 for 1. Who will that bring in next for Jamaica? I'm not sure Canales knew what he was doing there. I don't think he even read that. But Supernova, I see your point. But again, just like with Guyana, when I was saying earlier in the match, like, let's not get confused. Let's not get confused by Guyana getting 178 for 8 today. That was an anomaly with their tournament. Both Guyana and Jamaica have had terrible squad constructions. The last time I did a stream for a Jamaica game, I've been saying it all tournament. I was as surprised and as shocked as anybody that Jamaica had got 8 points because it's Kurt McKenzie comes out interesting. I was as shocked and surprised as anybody that Jamaica got 8 points because I had Jamaica as not even qualifying for the playoffs because I don't think their squad was well constructed. Even if Jamaica don't make it, they've done better than I expected them to do. I don't think it's a good T20 side. I don't think they've got there are some picks that they've made in their squad which just didn't make sense. So for me, they've overachieved relative to squad ability, whereas Guyana have underachieved relative to squad ability, even though I don't think Guyana's squad was well constructed either. I don't know what Kurt McKenzie's going to be doing out here now. There's a point here from Dino, which I'll get to in a minute. McKenzie goes for a big shot, skews that, beats the man for 4 runs. It's hemorrhage. That's why he beat the man. 27 for 1 at the end of the 4th over. Right, so Dino says here that Canaries in that experience is still learning. I'm just going to pause there. You can read the rest for yourself on the screen. The point is, and then the end of Dino's point, which is very much the story of West Indies cricketers. Here's the thing, people. Canales is 30 years old, and that's the story of West Indies cricketers. When we start talking about West Indies cricketers and where their game is at, every time you check to see what their age is, they're 29, 30, 28, 31. West Indian cricketers still don't know their game by that age. In fact, they're probably only just about finding out their game at that age. And if that don't tell you the story of West Indies cricket, I don't know what you lot want to hear. Our players don't mature quick enough, and then we're out here calling them youngsters when they're 30 years old because they're so immature in their game. People call Carl Mayers a youngster. The man's nearly 30 years old. They're all inexperienced. None of them are actually youngsters. Jaden Seals is a youngster. Akil Hussain is not a youngster. That's the difference. Anyways, it's 27 for 1, 28 for 1 even. We've started the 5th over already. Kurt McKenzie might as well just try a hit out because I don't see he ain't got the game to really do much here unless he's going to play anchor and tell Hope tell King to do his thing. They're going at both of them are going at run the ball. King 10 off 11, McKenzie 4 of 4. Guyana have brought their 5th different bowler in Hemraj. So people who said in the comments earlier on that Hemraj will also bowl. I'm not even sure if we'll see Kemo Paul or Aldine Smith bowl today. Why would you? You might as well just bowl spin. McKenzie works that through the covers. Will he come back for 2 or is it just 1? No, it's just 1. They're just panning back to remind us that Hemraj took 3 for 15 in the last match. No, I don't know what they're appealing for. Who's that behind the stumps appealing? Who's wicketkeeping? Gurbaz. Waste on them. Sometimes people must just appeal just to feel something in the game. And King plays that through the covers. Was that a bit of a misfield? Anyways, 4 runs. 6 of the over so far. Was that a misfield from Hetty? I need to see the replay again. The problem is now I'm watching the game on my computer screen. I'm going back and forth. Yeah, it's a misfield. It's going back and forth between the image, like the footage, and then back to StreamYard at the same time. So apologies, people, if I miss something. It's because my tablet is loading or charging, I should say. Quick run from King. Direct hit might have had him out, you know. Right, so people, where am I? So that's the end of the 5th over. Jamaica 34 for 1. Yeah, Dino's making the point. I think most people are going to be thinking, if this is how Guyana's going to play, they might as well just. This is what I think Guyana's strategy was from the very beginning: pack your team with spin, wait for the Guyana leg, and assume you can win the whole thing. We shall see, though. We shall see. Who knows? 34 for 1. Maybe this. I don't know. If Guyana get into the playoffs, having won 4 games in their backyard, they'll probably think that this year is their year. To be honest. So Shakib, finally a bowler comes back for their second over. It's Shakib to end the power play. King, big stride forward, beats covers, great shot, 4 runs. What I would say, based on what I saw from Hope earlier on, if you do get in, you can get full value for your shots. It's just about getting yourself in. So Brandon King is 19 or 15, Mackenzie 5 of 5, and Shakib drops Brandon. Brandon draws it straight back at Shakib. Shakib looked like he was taking a self-defense mode there rather than trying to necessarily catch that. It's driven back hard, He takes his eye off it at the last minute, hits him in his chest drop. And then the next ball, Brandon works it off his legs into the covers, 1 run. $141 of you in the live. Big up everyone who's in the live at this moment in time. Want to go to bed. Hope this match finishes soon, 2:30 in the morning. Right, Mackenzie defends back down the wicket to Shakib. Can't remember the last time Tallawahs won a game, if I'm honest. I feel like they've been on 8 points for ages. Mackenzie goes big. Has he got enough on that? Yes, he has. Straight down the ground, 6. I didn't think he had that in his locker. It's not straight down. It kind of goes perpendicular with long off, but either way, a 6 is a 6. I never thought Kurt Mackenzie had that in his game. Next ball, Mackenzie defends. And that's the end of the power play. Jamaica end it on 45 for 1. Guyana at the end of their power play were 37 for 3. So, I mean, argument's sake, you'd say Jamaica are ahead of the game. I don't think he'll stay like that. But the required run rate, so the required run rate is 9.5. Current run rate is 7.5. I think Jamaica would take this at this point in time. They're not going to win, but you can only take the position you're in. Would they, having discussed it at the interval about where they want to be at the end of the power play, have accepted 45 for 1? I think they would have said, you know what, that's fine. We'll try work with that. Right, people, I'm going to take this up till the 8th over, then I'm going to duck out because I've just realised that a lot has happened in this match. I've got to do the match report for CPL. And that's probably going to take me, given that stuff will still be happening in the match, that's probably going to take me a while to write that match report. So 2 more overs, people, and then I'm going to duck out of this live. So if you haven't yet, do press like. I've been told that there are 90 likes so far. So thank you to those people who have pressed like. Helps the algorithms, and let's see how many subscribers there are. I should point out that Hemraj is back into the attack. If they're bowling Hemraj for 2, that already tells you that Kemo Paul and Odean Smith, if they bowl, are bowling 2 overs maximum between them. Mackenzie gets to the pitch of the ball, goes to long off, 1 run. Long on even, 1 run. Right, where was I? There's something I wanted to say. Yeah, basically, the match report will basically say something along the lines of Jamaica in the ascendancy until the final 3 overs, and then Odean and Kemo went crazy. Every time I write something which is mildly critical of a player, they tend to take it out. So it just goes to show that the match reports have to be quite sanitized. You can't put you can't really call something bad or good. You just have to just say some factual stuff. So if it was me writing a proper match report, I'd say the Jamaica Tallawahs bowling at the death was dreadful, which it was. Bowled into Odean's slot and he feasted on it, but they won't print that anyway, so what's the point? Oh, wow, says they need 10 and over. Yeah, it was pretty much 10 and over from the beginning, to be honest. Mackenzie works it off his legs for 1. And that's the end of the over. I don't know what instructions Kirk is going to be given by Jamaica here because he does not have the game to hit big regularly. So, anyways, you would assume that when whoever gets out next, you're assuming Rothman Powell is coming in anyways. Yeah, they don't. They just say the match reports are by CPL author. They don't say it's by us. I don't know why. I don't know, man. Cricket's a stupid game. Junior Sinclair comes into the attack now. So another spinner, Guyana, letting the whole of CPL know that this is going to be their tactics now for the rest of the tournament. Just spin, 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 spin. But I don't care because if it means the games end early, then we all win. By the way, I'm back tomorrow evening for Guyana versus St. Lucia Kings, another must-win game for Guyana. The Kings know that if they win that, they've qualified. So it's not going to be straightforward for Guyana because Kings want to be in that final four, you know? A win will get them into that, will guarantee them that. Yep. BR Mitchner, yep, you missed it. But yeah, Oldine did what Oldine did. But again, I'm going to state the point. The bowling was awful. That Pretorius over in particular was dreadful. Every single ball on length right into Oldine's arc. But what I'm more critical of is that nobody seemed to go up to Pretorius during his awful over and suggest doing something different. I don't know what the tactic was. He could never have been told to just keep repeating that. Three more. Wait, we're in the eighth over already. Do you know what? Because Guyana are bowling spin, the match is moving so quick. I didn't even realize we're already in the eighth over. See, this is what happens when it's a match with just spinners. An over ends and you didn't even realize the over ended. People, that might mean I'm gone, you know. Two more balls left and I think I might duck out. Let me just check something. 3,207 subscribers. So thank you for those who have subscribed whilst watching this watch along today. I think that's, I don't know, off the top of my head, I think that's about 30 plus of you, 33 of you. King fetches that outside off stump, draws it down the ground to long off. One run. One more ball left, people. One more ball left, and I think I'm going to be ducking out here to go and do what I need to do. We're on 95 likes. So you know what? 5 more likes, people. 100 likes for the watch along before I duck out to go and do my stuff. Sinclair goes round the wicket to Mackenzie. Badly lined. Mackenzie can't put it away. That should have been put away for 4. Poor cricket all round. But they get the dot, and the Tallawahs innings is stalling now. 51 for 1 after 8 overs. People. I think I'm about to leave. I think I'm about to duck out. 97 likes, people. 3 more likes for the 100. Let's get the century up. 51 for 1. This game's moving quickly. I might be in bed. 51 for 1. You know what? I beg Guyana just bowl spin for the rest of the match because that means I'll be in bed by 3:30 at the latest. 97 likes. People, come on. 3 more likes. We're trying to get a century out here. Century of likes. Let's do it. How many are we on? 98. 2 more. Play me. Let me just tickle this one fine for 2 runs, people. 2 more. 2 more likes is all we need. 1 more like, people. 1 more for my maiden unbeaten Imagine my laptop. Just as I was waiting for my maiden century, imagine my laptop just locked off. It locked off, you know. It just said, you know what? I beg you just shut up and come off the screen. So people, I'm gonna take that as my cue that the live just had to go, you know. That this was God saying to me, we're done out with the Tallawahs. You've got your 100 likes. Let's just get out of here now. It's time for me to go. I don't know. What were you lot? What did you lot see on the screen after the I was talking and the computer just shut off, you know. It just said it just shut off. Somebody came for me. I'm in Twitter jail already, and then the computer just shut off on a random one. So I don't know what you lot saw on the screen in the meantime, but they're really coming for me out here. So let me just get out of here now. Who's oh, there's something's happening. Let me just see what's happened here, and then I'm gone. Yeah, Mackenzie ran out. That's probably for the best because him staying in was just gonna quicken Jamaica losing the match. They might as well bring Rothman in and try do something crazy. So, anyways, people, before they come for me again and lock off the computer, let me get out of this live. Fireball, you missed the story from earlier about how we went on Twitter lockdown. I'll let somebody in the chat fill you in on the story, but basically a troll came for us, and I wrote a tweet saying that congratulating Dean Smith for going for 1.7 million rand to whichever South African T20 side he went to, and rand is obviously the currency of South Africa, but rand in Hindi means whore. So somebody reported our account to Twitter saying that we were calling cricketers whores, and Twitter shut us down. So we're in Twitter jail. That's the reason we're in Twitter jail, people. It's 3 days now, 72 hours we've been in Twitter jail. Like, I would have rather Twitter chucked us in jail because we did an absolute madness. But that's why we're in jail, people. Donald Trump avoided Twitter jail for ages, and he was inciting riots in his own country. These times we're getting sent to Twitter jail for mentioning the South African currency. You know what, people? And on that note, and on that story, let me go. You lot have fun watching the rest of this Guyana match. I would say join me on Twitter and that I'll keep tweeting over there, but we can't tweet because our account is locked. So I'm just going to go watch the match and write this match report and then go to my bed. Take it easy, people. I'm out of here. See you tomorrow for Guyana versus St. Lucia Kings. Guyana should be moving up to 5 points after this game. And we move to another must-win game for the Tallawahs, for the Amazon Warriors tomorrow. Javon says, before you go, one more thing. What's the thing, Javon? Before I go, what? Let me quickly answer this and then I'm out. What's the question, Javon? 10 seconds. Yeah. I saw that. So that's the thing, Javon. I saw that you tweeted the handle, so we can still see tweets. We're just not allowed to tweet. We're not allowed to retweet. We're not allowed to tweet. We can't do anything. But we can see our own page from our personal accounts. We can't do any, but we can't go on the Carib cricket accounts. I can't even retweet what you sent us. I can see that you sent something to it, but can't do anything with it, you know. But yeah, so West Indies make a good portion of. So when 17 players went to IPL the other year, West Indies made a good piece of money out of it, which is why they don't stop the players going to IPL. That's why they're happy for a specific window to be created for that, and of course CPL as well as our domestic tournament. Anyway, to go get out of here, people, go write this match report. So I'll catch you all tomorrow for the what do you call it? Guyana versus Kings game. See you later, people. Peace. We rule the cricket world. Now the rule seems coming. Welcome to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things West Indies cricket. By the fans, for the fans.